Hi, I've been wanting to post on YouTube, and I thought I'd put myself on there, but bottom line is it's really not about me. It's my struggle with neuropathy and lymphedema as a result of breast cancer. I saw Ty Bollinger's The Truth About Cancer, and on there, the one that I caught, I couldn't catch it in time, but he's on YouTube. And with all the other medication, the oncologist can only drug you up with chemotherapy and different trials and stuff. And initially, when I found out I had cancer, I was so scared. And I don't know if doctors intentionally need to do it, but it was a stage 1-2 breast cancer, and it was triple negative and very aggressive, from what I was told. So my husband and I, while sitting there, made a decision that we would go forward with the chemotherapy. It started in January of 2015. I opted for the port in my chest. It's really like up around the rib cage. It itches when you wear a bra now, and so it impedes everything. Cancer just destroys anything that you had. But what I heard about the truth about cancer is I heard flaxseed oil, and it's got to be sucked up because of the negative electrons and stuff. And the reason why I went to this is because of the neuropathy. All they do is, recommend Neurontin, and Neurontin 300 milligrams. I had that since, I guess, June of last year, and the pain and swelling, nothing changed. Nothing changed at all. So I filed for Social Security disability, but they don't view that. I couldn't dress, I couldn't button. I still can't really dress. It takes way longer. Buttons are a challenge because of the swelling in my hands. My feet, when I go to a softball game to try to participate and stay in my daughter's life, who's 13, the swelling, I pay the next 2 days because the swelling is huge. Shoes that normally fit don't fit. No matter how loose I get, it just doesn't work out. So then the oncologist couldn't handle anything. I'm crying at his desk and telling him about the pain. And, his answer was see a neurologist or a life coach. Maybe acupuncture now is popular, so maybe your insurance will do acupuncture. My fear about acupuncture is that I can't feel. I burnt my hands cooking, I can't feel it until about 4 or 5, 6, almost 7 seconds. And the damage is already done and really hot stuff. My daughter, thank God, has been my greatest support. But I wanted to post this on YouTube, and I wanted to get it out there. Back to the point, I probably should have done my whole trials, but for a month and a half I thought, I really don't want to make this about me. So what I'm going to do is show you what I'm doing. Right now I'm eating, and even though I can still taste the flaxseed in the cottage cheese, I'm eating cottage cheese with 2 tablespoons of flaxseed and enough cottage cheese to absorb the flaxseed. And then I tried strawberries and pears. That didn't work as well. Strawberry is pretty good because it distracts you. If you could just not breathe when you're taking in the food and smell the flaxseed oil, then, you almost can fool your taste buds. So today I have with pineapples, and it's pretty okay. I mean, I got flaxseed oil at the Acme, and this is it here. It's just basic, I mean, the studies that I show, there's other stuff. And then my cottage cheese, my strawberry and pineapple containers. So this is day 4 of eating it consistently. And, the swelling, my hands are still pretty swollen. I can't get my rings on, anymore, my wedding ring or my engagement ring or anything like that. And it's really frustrating, the travel. I'm putting this on because I can't be the only one. I went through chemo and all my nails turned black, and they said, oh my God, that never happened before. But it had to have happened. I'm not the only one that this stuff really happens to. And I'm tired being quiet about it. We just sit here. We had a second home at the shore. I even moved to the shore because the stress I knew was tightening up my chest because, the implants now are attached to my pec muscles. They're fake and very uncomfortable. It's almost as difficult as, when the drains were in, but it's not really there anymore, and but you still have to knead because of the the fluids for where the nodes would normally distribute fluid. Fluid builds everywhere where you're not massaging. I fortunately have a great physical therapist, and her deep massages relieve me for about a day, day and a half after I see her, along with the exercises. I've also added yoga for breathing because oxygen in your blood is really good. And, walking barefoot foot outside, it's a little cold right now, but walking barefoot so that you get the electrodes, into your system, because 48 megahertz cancer can grow, and so all these things, in addition to purified water with osmosis. Aquafina is what I'm drinking now. And I'm just going to document this because when I went to see the neurologist, I asked for her help. So she doubled the Neurontin, but Neurontin causes swelling as well. I'm not really sure. It was really like Guadalupe, the generic brand. And I'm sure others, are under the same medications. And, there's a couple of things on Facebook like Cancer Alternative, and there's teas and all that. And it's just so exhausting trying to figure out what's best for me and then paying attention to my body and my heart and my mind and my soul. And so the Neurontin actually made the swelling worse. I doubled almost a centimeter, in my hands and up my arms in most spots. So I called the neurologist and asked for something different, and she prescribed Cymbalta for me. And the Cymbalta was a psychotic drug. It's for fibromyalgia and for pain, but primarily when I, had another conversation, because Cymbalta also caused me nauseous, diarrhea, vomiting. I couldn't hold food down. I couldn't sleep at night. The pain was still there with me. It didn't alleviate the pain at all. After 3 days, I called her and I said, I'm not taking it anymore. Psychologically, I was angry with my daughter, and, these are all side effects. So I pulled myself off of Cymbalta after I spoke with her, and she, that was a Friday, and of course doctors want to get out of the office, and I appreciate that. And it was late, so my timing was poor. And then she said to call next week. Well, today is Friday, and I hadn't called her at all. I have a test scheduled next week for my nerves on my left side, and I will see her next Friday, a week from today. And I don't expect to take another script from her because I had considered doctors to be helpful and to try to help patients. And anymore, I don't feel that, although they're very talented, I don't know that they prescribe things for us that will actually help us. I don't think it's really available. One nurse I spoke to said maybe Lyrica would be better. It wouldn't have so much of a psychological effect, but Lyrica was swelling lips, hands, feet. I don't need more swelling. So none of it handles the swelling, thus pain. I mean, the swelling and soft tissue and nerves are my problem. I can't function. I can't, even when I pick up my pills now, in the morning, and I'm sure you guys can relate, I put them in a saucer when I take them out of their containers because I cannot pick them up from the counter. I keep dropping them. Last night I was putting a dish away and my hand just stopped working and the dish splattered and broke all over the kitchen counter. So I'm here with flaxseed oil, and I wanted to share and just let you know because there's other things, medical marijuana, and I don't think that that's right for me at this time. I have an open mind, but I definitely think holistic is going to be the way to go and something that our bodies, can work with. So here's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm going to take a bite of this so you can see. It's really not bad. I mean, I had the cottage cheese and flaxseed absorb everything, so the yellow that you see, which is like flaxseed's color, is really pineapples. So here. And again, I'm sorry. As long as you don't breathe in when you're putting it in your mouth, it's really not bad. So I love you guys. I hope that this reaches someone that may have the same situation as me, where you're just totally frustrated, and the things that they give us, work against our depression instead of trying to free yourself. Social Security, I probably will be dead before I actually get to them, because they don't view cancer, because I'm not blind, they don't view cancer as a disability anymore. And I understand why. There's a lot of women that have told me their stories, and they're working, and I'm so proud of them. And I just, I don't know how they do it. I can get 2 good hours in a day, and then I, have to sit or sleep for 4 to 6 hours. So the pain is just really just wears you down. But I'm saying a lot. Sorry, I'm not a professional. I just thought logically that there needed to be something else out there. And I'm my first experience with YouTube. I don't know if you can post me back, but by all means, I'm going to try to document every day or as I have difficulties. All right, God bless, and my prayers will be with you. And I hope that you'll send prayers for me too. Thank you.